Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you today? I hope all of you are in the good conditions so you can join your classes and do your task well. Today we would like to continue our material about passive voice. And now I hope all of you are able to change negative active voice to negative passive voice. Jadi setelah mempelajari materi ini, diharapkan Anda bisa merubah kalimat aktif negatif menjadi kalimat pasif negatif. Baik, ini adalah pattern atau pola kalimatnya. Ini sudah pernah kalian catat di pertemuan tatap muka beberapa waktu lalu. Jadi pola kalimat negatif pasif, bagaimana merubah tidak menjadi tidak di, itu hanya tinggal menambahkan not saja. Jadi kalau di rutin atau di present tense itu hanya to be, am, is, are, kemudian ditambahkan dengan not dan verb 3. Kemudian di present continuous tense sama dengan present tense sedang itu ditambahkan not, kemudian tambahkan being dan verb 3 untuk menunjukkan bahwa itu adalah continuous atau kegiatan yang sedang berlangsung. Kemudian untuk lampau, to be kita rubah menjadi was dan were, tambahkan not, kemudian verb 3. Kemudian akan, ingat akan atau ingat will, tambahkan not, kemudian be dan verb 3. Untuk belum, tambahkan have not atau has not yang diikuti oleh been dan verb 3. Kita lihat contohnya bagaimana kita merubah kalimat aktif negatif menjadi kalimat pasif negatif. Okay. Yes, look at this. For the present tense or routine, bagaimana mengungkapkan tidak di, as I have told you before that we just put am not or is not or are not plus verb 3. And am not just used for the subject I. So am not is used for the subject I. And is not is used for the singular noun. And are not is used for the plural noun. Nah, jadi am not hanya dipakai untuk subjek I saja dan is not untuk dipakai untuk benda-benda yang tunggal saja. Kemudian are not dipakai untuk benda-benda yang jamak saja, kemudian diikuti oleh verb 3. Look at the example. Okay. I don't write a short story every day. I sebagai subjek dan short story sebagai objek. And I have also told you that the first step to make a passive sentence is to change the position between the subject and object, right? Okay, berarti objek di kalimat aktif akan menjadi subjek di kalimat pasif. And also subject di kalimat aktif menjadi objek di kalimat pasif. So the sentence will be like this. Yes. A short story is not written by me every day. So object become in front. The object become subject in the passive voice. And then the to be is not because a short story is singular. Short story-nya tunggal, maka to be yang kita gunakan adalah is. Karena kalimatnya negatif, tambahkan dengan not. Kemudian verb 1 berubah menjadi verb 3, yaitu written. Kemudian by me, I berubah menjadi me karena I-nya sudah menjadi objek, maka berubah menjadi me. Waktunya adalah everyday. Okay, the next example. Vina doesn't make some cakes every day. The subject is Vina. The object is some cakes. So the object will come in front and the subject as an object in passive sentence. So the sentence will be like this. Some cakes are not made by Vina every day. Some cakes are not. Why we use the to be are not? Because the subject here are plural nouns. Subject here are plural nouns. So the to be will be are not. And the verb 3 of make is made. And then by Vina every day. This is for the present tense or routine situation. And next. For the present continuous tense, or we call it sedang, how to say tidak sedang di, tidak sedang diapakan, we can use am not, is not, are not, plus being, and verb 3. Am not is used just for the subject I, and is not is used for the subject singular noun, and are not is used for the subject plural noun, and plus being to show that it is continuous, and the verb 3. Look at the following example. We were not learning French and Spanish now. Kita tidak sedang belajar bahasa Prancis dan Spanyol saat ini. So the object is French and Spanish, and the subject is we. So we change the position object into the subject in the passive, and the subject become object in the passive. The sentence will be like this. French and Spanish are not being learned by us now. Why the to be's are not? Because the subjects here plural. There are French and Spanish. So there are two nouns here, French and Spanish. So the to be should be are not. And then being and verb 3 linked by us now. Subject we ketika di objek maka dia berubah menjadi us. Okay. Next example. Tommy is not learning French right now. Tommy tidak sedang belajar bahasa Prancis sekarang. So the object French become the subject, and then the subject Tommy become the object. So the sentence become French is not being learned by Tommy right now. Di bahasa Prancis tidak sedang dipelajari oleh Tommy saat ini. Okay, what about di lampau? Gimana dengan di lampau or past tense? To say tidak di in past tense, we can use was not and were not plus verb 3. Was not is used for the singular noun or singular subject, and were not is used for the plural subject. Look at the following example. The students of grade 11 didn't study explanation texts last semester. Okay, the object is explanation text, and the subject is the students, and the position will be changed in the passive voice. So the sentence will be explanation texts were not studied by the students of grade 11 last semester. Explanation texts were not. Kenapa kita menggunakan to be were? Because the texts are plural. Ada S di sini, berarti explanation textnya ada beberapa. So the to be-nya were not. Studied adalah verb 3 dari study. Studied adalah verb 3 dari study. And then by the students of the grade 11 muncul di belakang karena dia sudah berubah menjadi objek. And then waktunya last semester. So, beberapa teks eksplanasi tidak dipelajari oleh siswa kelas 11 semester lalu. Next example. We didn't study expression text last semester. Okay. And then the passive will be yes. Explanation text was not studied by us last semester. Kenapa di sini pakai was not? Was, because the explanation text here is singular, tunggal. Jadi to be-nya berubah menjadi was. Okay, right. What about Yenan? future condition. Gimana kalau di akan? Bagaimana mengatakan tidak akan? Di. So we just will not or won't plus be plus verb 3. Jadi will not itu kalau disingkat menjadi won't. Okay. They will not send the important letter tomorrow. Mereka tidak akan mengirimkan surat penting besok. So the object here will become in front and the subject will become at the end. So the sentence for the passive voice will be, the important letter will not be sent by them tomorrow. So object become the subject in the passive voice. The important letter will not be. And then sent is verb 3 from the verb 1. Send becomes sent by them. Subject they become them because it has been changed into object. And then the time is tomorrow. Okay. And then the last. How to say belum. Bagaimana mengatakan belum? Or we can use hasn't or haven't been plus verb 3. Hasn't is used for the subject singular and haven't is used for the subject plural, and then plus been plus verb 3. Okay, let us see. The school hasn't given sanctions for the health protocol violators for 2 years. Di sekolah belum memberikan sanksi bagi para pelanggar protokol kesehatan for 2 years, selama 2 tahun. Okay, and then the object is sanctions will come in from the passive voice will be like this. Okay. Yes, sanctions haven't been given by the school for the health protocol violators for 2 years. Mengapa kita menggunakan haven't? Because the sanctions here are plural. Sanctions plural because there's S at the end of the word sanctions. So the sanctions haven't been given by the school for the health protocol violators for 2 years. Sanksi belum diberikan kepada para pelanggar protokol kesehatan. Next. Some students haven't done the assignment since yesterday. Beberapa siswa belum mengerjakan tugas sejak kemarin. The passive voice will be, okay, the assignment will come in front. So the sentence will be like this. The sentence hasn't been done by some students since yesterday. Kenapa menggunakan hasn't? Karena assignment-nya tunggal. Assignment-nya tunggal, hence hasn't been, and then done, ini sudah verb 3. Jadi kalau di belum itu menggunakan verb 3 kalimat aktifnya, maka kalimat pasifnya nggak perlu kita rubah. Ini sudah verb 3. Ini by some students since yesterday. Jadi tugas belum diberikan oleh. Tugas belum dikerjakan oleh. Tugas belum dikerjakan oleh beberapa siswa sejak kemarin. Baik. Those are our materials, and I hope all of you can change the active sentence into negative passive sentence. Dan tugas akan saya berikan melalui link dan Anda akan isi langsung di link tersebut. Baik, thank you very much for your nice attention. And if you have some questions, you can ask me in the English group. Please ask me in the English group, so I can answer all the questions and all the students can see my answer and your questions. Thank you very much for your nice attention. See you next week. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.